YouTube, how we doing? Today we're going to be going into a Commanders 7-round mock draft. Now, Commanders don't have that many picks. That's because of Commander Carson coming in and leading this team for next season. Carson Wentz was traded, gave up some picks for him. I thought it was a pretty solid trade. You know, the team has been missing a solid quarterback for years. You know, they thought Alex Smith was going to be that. The unfortunate injury happened, and the quarterback play has definitely held them back. But it's a team with an elite defense. I think you're giving Wentz more weapons on Washington than he had throwing the ball in Indy. And I think it's just a good spot for him to be. Back in the NFC East, I think it's going to be good for him. So I'm interested to see what happens. What do you guys think about the trade? Let me know in the comment section below. Before we get into the mock, I need to remind you guys to go to Underdog Fantasy, play those NFL fantasy games, man. Use code Sormani when you sign up, and you will get $100 up to $100 matched on your first deposit. So if you put in $10, you're gonna get an extra 10. You put in 50, bam, you're gonna have $100 in your account. It's gonna be, you get the math. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna be doing a ton of contests and such there. So be sure to check that out. If you guys didn't know already, it's mock season as well, and we're gonna get right into this. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and turn those notifications on. Comment down below what you think the record for the Commanders will be going into next season. So the Commanders' first pick is going to be pick 11, and they're going to spend that on Garrett Wilson. I think the best receiver in this draft class out of Ohio State. He's about 6 foot. He's not going to be the biggest receiver. He's not going to be the fast receiver. He just does everything to such an elite level, and I think that very much complements what Terry McLaurin does as well on the opposite side, to where you're going to have two just deadly weapons that are both coming out of Ohio State, and they're going to just absolutely dominate the NFC East. This is a team that, has had solid wide receiver play, but they leaned on DeAndre Carter. Cam Sims was out there for a little bit. Diami Brown didn't get it going. They've had a lot of guys just in and out of the lineup the past year or so. And I think it's time to get a second piece for Terry McLaurin, and they hoped Curtis Samuel will be that. But now this moves Curtis Samuel into that wide receiver 3 role. Diami Brown can be that wide receiver 4. And you have two studs at Garrett Wilson and Terry McLaurin, who I think are just going to absolutely dominate the pass game, giving Carson Wentz more weapons, because the run game, it seems pretty solid with Antonio Gibson. Maybe they bring back a McKissick. The line is pretty good, could add to it, but it's one of the better lines in football. So yeah, let's just help out this offense. We know how good their defense is. Getting another weapon for Carson Wentz and this Commanders team, I think it'd be awesome to see him pair alongside his Ohio State alum in Terry McLaurin as well. Then we're going to go on over to pick 47, and that is Kaiir Elam out of Florida. He would easily be a first-rounder, but he had some injury concerns coming into it, but he graded so well at the Combine. He looks like he's going to be a beast. And this is a team that, Kendall Fuller's really been holding down that corner spot. And then when the front seven's playing well, the corners are able to take a back seat and just play their game. But when the front seven's injured like it was last year, we start to see the holes in that front seven, in that secondary, I mean. So getting a guy like Elam will pair up, Will Jackson, Elam, and Kendall Fuller all together. If Will Jackson's still on the roster, I know his cap hit's pretty high. You're going to pair them together, and now you have 3 solid corners. You have some younger corners as well behind them. And the secondary is looking a lot better just because of that. I think Elam is going to be a stud in the NFL. He's one of my favorite players in this draft class. So pairing him with Kendall Fuller, who's a good veteran to teach him the ways and also get him to his full potential as soon as possible. Because this is a team that's trying to capitalize on a very, open division right now. And it's anybody's game in this division. So I think Kaiir Elam will come in and play incredible. Now we're going to go over here, and there's a trade to announce. The Green Bay Packers are going to be sending the Commanders pick 92 and 225 for the Commanders pick 111, 187, and 227. So the Commanders are able to move back up into the late 3rd, early 4th, and also just kind of move up a couple spots in the 7th round pick. And they're going to give up some other picks. So this is a spot where the Commanders have a good team. They just needed those few pieces, and I think this is the best way to do it. This trade got sent to me while I was mocking on the Draft Network, and I liked it a lot. And with pick 92, we're going to take Cole Strange out of Chattanooga. Just looks like an absolute beast from the Combine and Senior Bowl. I really do like his game. I think he'd slot right into that right guard spot and pretty much start right away. I think he's that good. He had a next-gen grade of 83, which is awesome. But, yeah, we start to see, mid-round offensive linemen like this really just take the league by storm and play right away and perform at a high level. And I think a guy like Cole Strange, coming from Chattanooga, not coming from these big schools, I think it really shows, when they're the best linemen on their line and they go and they prove it at, Senior Bowl and Combine and such. I think it's a cause for, hey, let's keep an eye on this guy. I think Strange would be perfect. I think he'd fit right into the line for where Sheriff is probably going to leave a gaping hole. If they bring Sheriff back, maybe they cut Eric Flowers for that $10 million, or you just have a good backup for those guys when you have to get rid of them. I think Strange would be perfect. Yeah, 83 grade. I mean, that's exactly what Kyrie Elam got. I'm loving this pick for the Commanders. Now, it's going to be a long time before you get another pick. There's ways to trade in and out, but we're not going to. All the way to 225. We're going to take Austin Allen out of Nebraska, 6'8". Didn't do too well at the Combine. Had a 60 overall next-gen grade from the Combine. At worst, he's going to be a good backup tight end and a big target, a red zone target. If Logan Thomas goes down and stuff, or John Bates, maybe you don't believe in him as much as you do. But at the worst, he's going to be a good special teamer. Like I said, 6'8". He's a big dude. I think he's just a good red zone target. He can block. I think you're going to use him in that sense. When you're getting someone this late in the draft, they're not supposed to be this starter right away. But I could see a world where he becomes a starter. Learning from Logan Thomas, who learned the position himself in the NFL. I think that it'd be really cool for Austin Allen to hop in there and do that. And yeah, I just think that there's a possibility and an avenue for him to be the starting tight end a year or two from now as well. And then we have one more trade to announce. We didn't want to end the draft there. We wanted to trade back in because there's somebody who I really did like on the board. So we traded our next year's 7th-round pick to the Chiefs for their very, very late 7th-round pick 248. And we're going to take Demarion Williams out of Houston. He was a corner, but really his game and his tape doesn't translate very well as a corner to the NFL. But what it does is it creates him to be a free safety because he's quick, but he's not good in press. And there's some concerns at the corner spot, and you could fix those a lot with the free safety spot. Didn't grade too high. He was a 62 overall next-gen grade at the Combine. But he has the quickness. And I think that truthfully with the team like the Commanders where safety is, Cam Curl, I think, is the only locked-in guy. Demarion Williams could earn his job in training camp and be the starting free safety come week 1. Or he plays special teams and, you spend a late 7th-round pick on a good special teamer, who I think is exactly what he is. So I think that's the perfect world. Well, let me know what you guys think about this mock draft. Again, Commander Carson is going to be leading the helm, and the picks aren't as much, and that's not as fun, obviously. But you got to look at it and just say, hey, we don't have that many picks because we don't have that many needs anymore. And I think that's the best way to look at it. Commanders fans, what do you think about the team name? What do you think about the team going into next season? What's a move that you want to see done to help bolster this squad to another NFC East title? And, of course, if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. Go down and click that link in the description for Underdog. You'll be able to join. Like I said, they match your first deposit with code Sormani. You have to put in code Sormani, Sormani, and they'll match your first deposit. But let me know what you guys think about the picks. If you did enjoy the video, leave that like. If you didn't, that's okay. Refresh the page and let me know what you think about it the second time. And without further ado, that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Look at the timing, better don't stop. Let it go by, no, not on my watch. I do this here on my own time. Time is money, so I did it on my own dime. Word to Bookie, yeah, that's homage, gave me game. Yeah, he taught me family ties, quick to back them. It's up off me, now I can't wait for you.